Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Test Drive Unlimited Platinum. Test Drive Unlimited with the Platinum mod installed for part 6. Playing through, well, I'm not sure quite how far we'll get, but playing through with this mod installed. Did do this a few years ago, but yeah, coming back to it. But yeah, last time we managed to buy our second property so that we now have more spaces. So this is our original 4-car garage, I believe, with all the vehicles. And we do have a second property. I think we ended up buying an 8-car garage, didn't we? So plenty of space to grow the collection of cars. I will just head over there now. So this is the one we started with, and we now have this down here, which is an 8-car garage, which is currently empty, because we have our 4 vehicles here. Yeah, that one's currently empty, so yeah, let's head back in actually, and I'll just run you through the vehicles, because we've got something in G category, which is obviously for the classic vehicles, F category Fiat, which was the original car that we bought, an E category Ferrari, and a D category Lotus. So really, next on the shopping list of cars is something in Group C. Not entirely sure what. We might have to revisit some of the dealerships we've already been to, because I didn't really do that when we ended up buying the Lotus. I didn't go back to any of the Ferrari dealers or anything. But anyway, Lotus is still our newest car, so let's take it out and see what events we can do. We've only got 140,000 at the moment, so I'll do a few before I head back to the dealerships. I've just found this, which I probably won't do in this week's episode, but we've unlocked Tour of the Island, which is a 120-mile race right around the edge of the island. So potentially next episode we'll just do that, because that's actually quite useful. One, it gets you $800,000, but two, it unlocks this whole, so that entire red road around the edge, it unlocks that entire road for fast travelling, which means it's then a lot easier to explore other areas of the island without having to drive the whole length. So I'm pretty sure I'll end up doing that next time. At the moment there's no vehicle delivery or things or anything worth particularly large amounts of money. But yeah, I'll do that next time, potentially with a C-class vehicle, once we've got one. I think for now I'm going to start with not that. There's a race somewhere here for G category vehicles, so we'll head down to that one and start with that. So here we are in our RS for Around the Crater, which is a race I remember very well from, well, every time I've played this with and without the mod. But we should be. We're definitely faster than those kind of classics, as being newer than a lot of the cars here. We've got a Quattro as well, which is, these two are an interesting combination, interesting pair. And then we've got a Shelby Daytona, which appears to be running away.
At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Okay, we handle better than him though. But yeah, he might have us on power, so this could be an interesting one. Through we go. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll just win. And there we go. Nice and easy in the end. First event down. Another 20,000, I think. 160. Right. Let's see what other events are available. Okay, interestingly, for completing that race, we unlocked the paint shop, which I seem to remember not working last time it said I'd unlocked that. It didn't work, so It's the first time I think I've used this in...
At a luxury auto paint shop, you can
TD1.
repaint your automobile with the color
Ah,
of your
cool.
choice.
Right, so... This car actually wasn't available in anything other than blue when I bought it, so... I mean, do we want a... I think just so that we've used the paint shop, I might do that. Oh, wait, what happened? So in the end, that is the colour these should be. Yeah. And we've got too many blue cars at the moment, so... I don't know if classics are always the same colour in the dealership, or if it's just by chance when you find them they're the colour they are, because they're effectively used cars. Anyway. On to the second race that I was trying to find. Okay, so this is quite interesting. I've never really paid attention to it before, but the RS200 is actually my most powerful car at the moment. But yeah, I'm here with another speed challenge, which is 170 miles an hour in heavy traffic, which I have a feeling... Yeah, the Lotus can't do that. I have a feeling the... Ah. Okay, none of my cars are capable of that speed. Let's find something else. So at this point, a lot of the vehicles required are C or B class, so I do need to get on and get myself a C class vehicle more urgently than I thought. And also a lot of them are further north than I thought, so doing that round the island race is really going to help to get to some of them quickly, because we have a lot of events further north on the island.
You have reached your destination.
Hello, Noble. That I can't... well, it's quite a way to drive to. Anyway, there's another speed challenge here. Highest average speed, so I think if we hop in the Ferrari, because I think that is actually my fastest in a straight line car, hopefully. We should be okay. Oh, okay, yeah, highest average speed. It's a speed trap challenge rather than a top speed challenge. Okay. That's how you're supposed to do that one. I take it one of these is on this road. And I shouldn't have turned that way. I think I've done this the wrong way round. Ah. Okay, I made a bit of a mess of that. So if we turn this time instead of going straight on. So far that's not high enough averages, but some of these will be, well, a few of these will be 130 at least. Yeah, so that one's above the average we need, but only just. Might be tighter than I think, actually. This one will be a higher speed going this way because I don't have to brake for the corner. Well, I should, but... Okay, that one wasn't over 120 either. Well, these ones should be quite fast, so... That one's over. This one will be the best. Wow. Have you seen... My score is literally what I needed. Although if I blast down here and back through the first one again... That is amazing, though, that it was exactly what was needed. Anyway, 40,000. We're nearly at 200,000 again. Let's find something else that we can actually get to reasonably easily. So this just appeared. Another delivery mission, but... a parcel rather than a car. So I think we'll do this in the Ferrari, because the Ferrari probably is the fastest car I have, although technically the Lotus is in a higher category.
No funny business with the cops.
So I think I'll do this, and then I will visit the showrooms. I might not necessarily buy anything straight away. If there's something I like that I can afford, I'll get it, but I will...
At the next intersection,
Yeah, I will visit those after this. I love how with these they like don't attract attention from the police, but I'm driving a bright yellow Ferrari at 120 miles an hour and sliding around corners.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
Get out of the way,
At the
SUV.
next intersection, turn left.
This is going to end up being quite tight.
Turn left.
I mean, not badly, but... yeah, that twisty section at the end wasn't that fun. With a time limit like that. Anyway. 60,000. We're now doing pretty well, so I'm going to do my first look at some of the dealerships and see what kind of thing we're looking at buying. Okay, so I wasn't actually expecting to find anything in C at Lamborghini, but I found a Group B car again. I keep finding this, so when we get to B, this is almost definitely what I will buy. But for now, obviously looking for something in Group C. Okay, so again at VW, nothing in C, most things slower, but there is this Volkswagen W12 Synchro, which I always love these things, and this is one of the few games that has it. So, I mean, you can't buy it as a prize car, but I'd love to have that in the collection on this game at some point. Okay, so this is the first C-Class category car I've found. The old Mercedes. We've got an E63 and a CLS 63. Okay, so that's... I don't really like those. E63 is a bit of a big thing. Oh, we've got that. SL65. But nothing is particularly what I'm looking for, I don't think. Otherwise, there is a Ferrari 360, but I don't really want another Ferrari at the moment. Maybe when we get into some of the more high-end stuff. There's also a 575 Maranello, which is kind of cool, actually. I do quite like those. What else do we have that's B? California T, I'm not bothered about. Not B, sorry, C. There's a Testarossa. That could be kind of cool, actually. Okay, yeah, so here we've got a Testarossa or a 360. So the Testarossa is tempting. So far I've seen a Testarossa and a Mercedes I'm not bothered about, so far the Testarossa is my favourite, actually. Or to completely contrast the Ferrari we've just looked at, there's a GT500, also in C. Ford GT is cool, but that's way faster than I'm looking for at the moment, yeah, so... Shelby is another option. Another option is an RS6, but it's the wrong one, it's the Saloon, not the Avant, so I'm not that bothered by it, but it does have a V10. Or there's an RS5 as well. That's probably not bad. 220 mile an hour top speed. That's got even more, 229. So that's kind of cool, actually. There's also an Alfa Romeo 4C and a Quattroporte, and there might be something else in here. Nope, just the Quattroporte. Or an M5. So there's quite a lot of kind of super saloons. That would be quick, actually, the new M5. The new M5 or the RS6 we looked at would be very, very fast. But I'm not sure a super saloon's the sort of thing I was looking for. Might perform quite well. Anyway. There is an XKRS Coupe, which is more the sort of thing I was looking for. That's a bit too fast. Yeah, XKRS Coupe is kind of cool. Or, even more likely, for me to buy a V12 Vantage. Yes, not as fast as some of the super saloons, but it's an Aston. That's not fast enough. Or, even more my kind of thing, the DBS. Which is pretty quicker. It is. Vanquish S I'm not quite so excited by. Still cool. Or the new Vanquish is also C, but that would require a little bit of saving. That's B, so that's too fast. So is that. So either I can get a Vanquish Coupe with a bit of saving, or I can buy one of my all-time favourites, the DBS. So I think, at the moment, DBS is probably top of my list, just because it's so cool. Even if it's not competitive, I can always buy something else later in the game, but yeah, that is very cool. That's top of my list at the moment. Here we have another Lotus, but I've got one in Group D, so I don't really want something that similar. Have we got anything else in C in here? Or a Bentley Continental Super Sports, but it's actually faster to 60 than the Aston I was looking at, but it's a big heavy thing. Slightly lower top speed. I'm not sure that's worth 370. If I was going to be spending over 300,000, I think I'd get the Vanquish. At this point in the game, I would like a Bentley at some point. Or we've got a completely opposite sort of thing. Not very fast top speed, but handles well. But then, we've kind of got the Lotus for that, so yeah, I don't think we want anything from here. Not right now, anyway. So after visiting the rest of the dealerships that I can get to without driving, I've come back here to get the DBS. Because I thought, well, the Round the Island challenge, which is worth $800,000, is usually quite... the time's kind of quite lenient, so because it's a longer race. So we should be able to do it in this. And the DBS is one of the best sort of GT cars for doing a grand tour of the island, I thought. So we'll probably get this. I did see that the Spiker was sort of the other side of the bay, the other side of the river, so I almost drove there, but it's 17 miles, so I think what we'll do is we'll buy this, and then next episode we'll try and do Round the Island in the DBS, and then if we succeed we've got 800,000, so we can always buy another Group C car. As well as the Gallardo Spider, which is definitely the Group B car I want. So this might not necessarily be the most sensible purchase, but it's a 2008 DBS. It's what I'm going to go for. Okay, so we can put the... Oh, were these optional on the DBS? They do look slightly better, but these are the kind of iconic wheels from this car. Yeah, I think I'll go with those. Then we've got Lightning, Silver, Hammerhead, Tungsten, Meteorite, Quantum. So this is the colour the one in the James Bond films was. Well, the one in Quantum of Solace was definitely Quantum Silver. I think we might have... The one in Casino Royale might have been... Anyway, That's the one from the Bond movie, that colour. Black also looks quite good. Jet black. Jet black's a bit too black. Quantum silver is sort of the classic colour on this. Stratus white. I'm not a fan of white. Apple tree green is quite an interesting one. Almond green. Emerald green is very nice, but I'm not sure it suits this car. Cobalt blue is it never looks very good on screen. It's always... In real life, cobalt blue is a stunning colour. Not sure it's a DBS colour particularly. Magma red, fire red, sunburst yellow. Yeah, I think quantum silver probably is. Well, let's do it. Quantum silver. That is the only interior available, which is slightly a shame, but there we go. And we only have 18,000 left, so. But we have a 2008 DBS, which is going to be the perfect car for our 120 mile an hour drive. Actually, I shouldn't. Complete with loud V12 and reverse rev counter. Alright, let's drive it quickly somewhere. Oh yeah, I've still got the Spiker dealer on my GPS. You probably won't go that far. Okay, so for now I've come back to the original garage, which is only a 4-car garage, but where we get to park the car that's not actually in this garage. Sort of the car in use is always parked here. So we do actually have all 5 cars in here. I think the only way to move them all to the other garage is to drive them over there, as far as I can work out, which I might do at some point. So yeah, we've got the Aston Martin DBS now for our Group C car, which has done 1.7 miles. Group D, we've got the Sport Exige, which has done 14 miles. Group E, we've got the Ferrari, which has done 116, so this has got the highest mileage, although the Aston will have more than that after next week's race. Got 6 miles on the Ford and 76 on the Fiat. So yeah, the Aston will have 120 or something after next week's episode, when I will be doing the Round the Island race in the DBS for $800,000, and then possibly buying a Group B and Group A car. So Group B, I've already decided I want the Lamborghini, so we will be getting that after I've done the Round the Island race, and then we'll go and search for something in Group A, I think. But yeah, that is going to be all for this week's episode here on Test Drive Unlimited with the Platinum mod. Gradually building up our collection with something in almost all of the categories, with the DBS being the latest edition. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this latest episode, but that is going to be all for this week's episode on Test Drive Unlimited Platinum, and I'll be back to do the Round the Island race same time next week. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.